What's up, YouTube, and welcome to my channel, your soul's passion consultant. I'm here with another video, this time talking about Libra energy. Shout out to all my Libras. Happy Soul Day to you guys. I'm very excited about Libra energy. I have some very prominent placements for myself. And Libras just remind us to show up looking good, feeling good. So I can always benefit from a good Libra because I know sometimes that's one of my struggle areas. So today I said, let me step it up a little bit. Let me give Libra something to be proud of. So I said, let me bring my look together a little bit more. So hopefully I made y'all proud out there. So again, happy Soul Day and enjoy this Libra energy, which starts in the new moon on Saturday, October 14th. So to me, when I was doing my research, what I noticed is this deals with relationships, and I want to focus on how you relate to yourself. Of course, we have relationships with people, friends, family, husbands, wives, partners, but what I want to focus on is how you relate to yourself. How do you show up for yourself? Okay. So of course I have some journal promptings, and then I have an activity at the end of the video, and then of course some closing words. So sit back, relax, enjoy the video, and please give me feedback in the comments. And if you want a consultation, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. My links will be in the description. I would love to chat with you one-on-one. And if you're not ready for that, that's fine. Hit me in the comments and we can chat there. Okay, let's get started. So again, we have Libra energy starting Saturday, October 14th. Well, the new moon energy. We're already in Libra season, right? So the new moon energy starts Saturday, October 14th. What I'm asking you to do is to reflect on what does balance means to you in regards to work, personal life, relationships, health, finance. And I'm going to add spirituality, like your belief system. What does that mean to you? Challenge yourself to consider what is equal, which is universal balance, versus what is equitable, to create harmony for your inner peace. This is not a one-size-fits-all type of concept. This will require you to do what works for you. So it's an internal assessment of self, okay? So here are my journal promptings. Libra is associated with kidneys, lower vertebrate skin in the buttocks. The function, I'm going to focus on the kidneys in this situation. The function of the kidneys are to remove waste and extra fluid from the body. Your kidneys also remove acid that is produced by the cells of your body and maintain a healthy balance of water, salts, and minerals in your blood. So what I'm asking you here, since that's the natural function of our kidneys, I'm asking you, what are the signs or signals that your body gives you that there is an imbalance in your body, that something is off, that it's time to abort mission, get out of there? So for me, I know I get a rapid heartbeat. So sometimes I'll enter conversations and I'm, having a conversation with a family member or friend, and then maybe the subject turns to a subject I probably shouldn't touch on with them. But of course, because I'm very, I want to know, I'm very inquisitive. So I may dive on the deep end in certain conversations with my friends and family, but I have an internal indicator that lets me know, no, that is not the conversation you have with that person. It's usually my heart starts beating fast, I fumble words, and that's let me know, okay, Sharona, push back. And it's up to me to realize that and to stop the conversation and not allow my ego to lead, which is what tends to want to happen, to lead and continue the conversation. So I honor myself, I honor that person that I'm talking to by directing the conversation in another direction. So what are your internal indicators that go off to let you know that something's not right, there's an imbalance there? So it may require you to pay attention more, and this is what I'm going back to, having a relationship with self, to see what those are. It could be sweaty palms. It could be, like I said, a heartbeat. You may hear a ringing in your ear. You may have hairs that stand up on your head or on your skin that causes you to let you know something is off. Pay attention to what you're doing and maybe do the opposite. Okay, so then for the next journal prompting, Libra is mostly related to the heart chakra. This is related to love, joy, and inner peace. So do you feel worthy of receiving love, joy, and inner peace, and having inner peace? This will show how your relationship with yourself and others. Some people may not even think about that. Some people may not think that they're worthy, or their actions show that they don't think that they're worthy. So that may I'm asking you to pay attention to what you're doing and how you treat yourself, how you allow yourself to be, how you allow yourself to love on yourself and to feel joy. Some people won't allow that because they are waiting for something bad to happen around the corner. But allow yourself to sit in that and to allow that internal peace to come in. And then that's how you balance your hormones too. That's also how you keep a homeostasis state in your body, in your cells, so that you can heal and so your body can do what it naturally wants to do. Okay, so Libra is ruled by Venus. Venus deals with balancing love and relationships. So it's coming back up again. So what characteristics are you attracting or reflecting in your relationship? For example, if your partner is not vulnerable, are you being vulnerable and honest with your true desires in the relationship? So if you want more connection, you want your partner to be more vulnerable, make sure you're putting out that type of energy in that relationship and in other relationships, so that can come back and attract back to you. So again, Libra deals with attraction. That's why they make sure they beautify themselves. It's all about attracting what you want. Okay, so let's do an emotional check. So when your emotions are balanced and aligned, then you create inner peace. Are you able to bring logic to your emotions? Now, this is a heavy one. If you are used to dealing in heavy emotions, this is the season, this is the era to now balance that out with logic. And if you're used to being heavy in logic and reason and like not paying attention to your emotions, this is the season to pay attention to the opposite, which will lean more into your emotions. This is the era, not just the season. I think the world is coming to a place to where what was up is now down and what was down is now up. So with this energy that I'm explaining is, for example, let me give you an example. If you are upset with being ignored by your partner, have you considered what have changed in the relationship for your partner to ignore you? So instead of getting emotional about the change in your partner not paying close attention to you, consider what could have changed within that person or the relationship to cause your partner to now have different reactions towards you. This would be the logic. This is turning off your emotional side and being so emotional about the subject or the situation and causing you to think, okay, what has changed? Is my partner sick? Has my partner tired? Have they been working more hours? Has the season changed? And due to season change, they change. So it's causing you to be in tune with what's going on around you, not only with yourself, but now this is asking you to be in tune with what's going on with your partner to see if that's what's causing the change. And of course, communication can also help in understanding what's going on, why there has been a change. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Okay, Libra is an air sign, which means they are thinkers, talkers, and listeners. And Libra is also a cardinal sign, and that deals with it being an initiator, action, and self-motivating. So have you created an environment to put action behind ideas that comes to mind? This allows you to work out what is happening internally into the external world. This creates balance. So a lot of times there's a lot of frustration, especially for those who are very, very creative in their mind, and they can visualize things really good. They can have really deep conversations in their mind, but they're never really working those things out. So even if you're just jotting those ideas down, those visualizations down, even if you don't put energy behind those things, at least get it down on paper. And then that way you can create balance within yourself. You're not pondering over it, you're not mulling over it or perseverating over it longer than you should. So this creates balance. Okay, so hopefully those journal promptings would be encouraging to you to kind of look at yourself and how you relate to yourself and to your relationships around you in a different way. Okay, now for the activity. So I always like to leave you guys with an activity, and hopefully you can make some connection to this. I'm saying let's take 2023 in review now. The season has changed. We're now in fall, and I know that's a time where a lot of people get depressed. They have mood change because the time is changing, the weather is changing. They're craving more comforting foods. It's getting closer to the end of the year and almost to the new year. So you can be getting almost depressed because you haven't accomplished what you said you're going to accomplish this year. So let's take this year in review now to see what you actually have accomplished, because I'm pretty sure you did more than what you thought. You were probably really busy, but because you don't journal, you don't take time for self and relate to yourself, you could be missing really key points and really key goals that you accomplished this year because you don't take the time to journal and write it out. So for this Libra New Moon activity, I'm asking you to reflect on the previous seasons in life for 2023. Take note of what has been going on well and what you need to let go in order to create inner peace for the next season. Okay, so here are some tools you can use to like jog your memory to make sure that you're capturing the year so far. And of course, we do have a few more months in this year, so this is an activity you can finish up in December or early January. So here are tools that can help you jog your memory. Your social media postings that can let you know what you did this year, where you traveled, what you ate this year, what you created. Look at your social media postings and let that jog your memory. You can also look at your photo gallery in your phones. And if you have pictures that you actually print out, look at those too. You can look at your purchases, your debit and credit card purchases. That lets you know the type of things you were buying, whether you were starting new projects and you had to spend money on it. Even if you started and didn't finish, at least you got started this year. Give yourself credit for that as well, because maybe that was the season to get it started, but once the next cycle come around, you'll go deeper to the next level of that project you started. So look at your debit card and credit card purchases to jog your memory. Look at your text messages, especially with those people you speak with frequently. That can also jog your memory. That can let you know how you've been thinking all year and that the way you've been communicating with your friends and family all year. That's also to take note, because if you took a more mature and a more healed approach to certain subject matters and circumstances that have come up in your relationships with people, and instead of attacking or coming from an unhealed place, that's growth. We want to document that. We want to make note of that. So look at your text messages with people, your emails. You can also add that to the list. Basically the way you communicate, and most people it's going to be email or text messaging that you have recordings of. Okay, and then obviously your journal entries. Look back, reflect back on what you were thinking, what you were talking about, your emotions that you were feeling, and how you conquered those emotions and how you got to the next level. Let's take note of that and give ourselves some credit to let us know that we're doing just exactly what we're supposed to do. And then allow that those accomplishments give you the inner peace that you so deserve. Okay. Let's go to the activity. I did my activity to show you guys one way of doing it, of noting it and documenting it. So the supplies that you would need for the Libra New Moon activity would be pen, pencil, markers, color pencils, anything you choose to write with, and then a blank sheet of paper. If you don't have anything blank and it still has lines, you can still do the activity. It just looks cleaner and just, looks better to me if it's a blank piece of paper. So I broke my paper down in 4 quadrants, with summer, fall, winter, and spring, with June to August being summer, September to November being fall, December to February being winter, and March to May being spring. And this is for the year 2023 so far. And I will add more things to this list after we get through November. Pretty much November, because December's already November and December, excuse me. So, and then I'll start again in January. And also, you can do this for what you want to accomplish in 2024. You can start documenting and setting goals in the same format, what you want to accomplish. And then at that point, it's like a checkoff list. You can start checking off the things that you're able to accomplish within that year. So this is a good way to organize yourself, plan for what you want to do in the future, and then take note for what you've already done in 2023. Okay, just a few highlights of what I was able to accomplish. This past summer was lit for me. I enjoyed summer 2023. I was able to accomplish a few things that I had set out to do. I was able to work with some ladies and help them with cleanses and workshops. That really gave me a lot of joy. It's something that I had never done before, and I was just pretty much feeling my way through, and it was a success. I believe the ladies that were involved in the workshop really got some things from it, and it also set them in motion for some healing on some things that they needed to work on. Let's see, for fall, which is where we are now, I've been able to really get into my intermittent fasting. That has been really a good tool for me. I really feel a difference in my body, and it's been less than a month, and I've already see a difference. I really know fasting is good for me in my situation and really healing my sacral chakra. And all I can say, it's tough sometimes. It's not as easy to do this type of tool, but it's one of the most beneficial, and it costs zero money. Actually, I'm saving money because I'm not eating as much. So it's a tool that I will suggest to anyone. It's a good practice to strengthen your mind, and of course that heals your body. Okay, so for this past winter, I was able to cook healthy meals. I was able to really start journaling and not being ashamed of picking a pen to paper and writing out my thoughts and being comfortable with that. And that has been a process for me, but journaling has been a key tool for me. I was able to do a liver cleanse and a gallbladder cleanse and walk again some ladies through that process, and that has been also wonderful for me. Helping and sharing my lifestyle, my healthy lifestyle with others has been just awesome. I'm glad to be able to have met these ladies, to share that with them and see them grow through those practices as well. Let's see, I've also increased my self-care practices. I put that on a cycle. I'm very serious about self-care, like for real. Like a lot of people talk about self-care, but you only know that you're doing it because you see a difference in your life. That's how you know the people who talk about self-care is really doing it. You will see how they love themselves, how they relate to themselves, because it's going to show a difference in how they treat people in their community. Because you're not going to treat anybody less than what you're treating yourself. You're going to want that same love and attention to care that you give yourself. You're going to want to share that with others. So it just makes you a better community member. So in spring of this year, I was able to do a colon cleanse, and I was able to put that curriculum together and walk again some more ladies through that process. That was very exciting. That was like, I don't know, that was like the start of me just putting myself out there and encouraging ladies to do what I do all the time, which is herbs, juices, enemas. These are my self-care practices that I pretty much do all year round. Let's see what else. I was also able to increase my fruit intake. That has set me up for this season to be able to do the intermittent fasting. So most of my meals have been fruit, with vegetables also, but mostly fruit juices. So that allows me to be able to go to intermittent fasting and only eating one meal a day. So that spring season have now set me up for fall, and now I'm being successful with my intermittent fasting. So you see how it's all connected? What you start today will for sure benefit you tomorrow. Okay, so what else have I done in the spring? I was able to do some more traveling. That has been very, very important to me in my relationship, and it has caused me to, it teaches me what's necessary for me to relax. I now know what the formula is for me to relax, and that's important. So now I know how to duplicate that here at home, and I've done that. Me and my husband, we created a comfortable space in our backyard. We keep a comfortable space in our living area so that we can easily get into that relaxed mode even when we're home. But of course, when we're out of town, it's definitely on another level. So those are a few things that I have accomplished this year that has brought me inner peace as I have related to myself. So please, I'm asking you guys to do the same. Share your experience with this exercise in the comments, or like I said, you can book a session and we can talk about it more in that session. And at the end of the video, I also always like to leave you guys with a little thing, like a quote or something to think about. In this case, not so much of a quote, but more of a idea on how you look at what equality is and what equity is when we're talking about balance. Because it's not always apples to apples when it comes to balance, especially with life, especially because we wear so many hats, we have so many different responsibilities. We can never give 20% to every hat that we put on. That's not necessarily the formula. We may have to give 5 here, 10 there, 25 here, 55 here. It all depends on what the situation in our life is asking for at that time. So I'm leaving you with these thoughts. What is equality versus equity? Take note that what is equal, or what we would, mentally think is balance, may not always be equitable. Just remain present in the things you do and trust that things will balance out in all situations that concern you. Trust your body, which will be your health, tapping into your health. Trust your relationships. Trust your heart are working for your highest good. So hopefully that makes sense. If you need clarification, hit me in the comments. And this has been so fun. Thank you guys for tuning in, and peace.